In this video, I'm going to fit this intriguing little product to my Tesla Model Y. So this is a door protection product specifically designed for the Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y. And this comes in two colours. I've got the white one, but you can also get it in black. And this is what you get. You get a set of 16 silicone pieces to fit either a Tesla Model 3 or a Model Y, and it does both the old shape and the new shape of both models. So if you have the old shape Model 3 or the new Highland, or the old shape Model Y or the new Juniper, then this set will do one car. So I got this on Amazon. I did pay for it. This isn't a sponsored review video at all. And it's about 36 quid, so it is quite expensive, but I liked it because it was minimalistic, keeping it in the Tesla theme of being minimal. So you just stick these on the relevant points on the door that are likely to hit a wall or another car when you're swinging open your doors. So I quite like the idea of having something that was designed for the Tesla. It's designed for the angles on the doors, so I thought it was worth the money. So let's fit this and see what it's like. But actually, before I do that, let's just show you what else you get in the box. You get a little card here which is pointing you to the instructions online, where they do provide videos as well. And then in here you get two sets of wipes, and you get another set of adhesive strips as well if you've got to re-stick them on. And this one is version 2 of the product, which apparently has much stronger adhesive. And then obviously you're going to have some bits left over depending on what model you're doing, whether you're doing a Model 3 or Model Y. And it tells you here on the box which numbered part goes on each part of the door. Some of them are shared between the 3 and the Y, and on the back of each piece there is some writing there with a number. I can't see without my glasses. Oh, this is L4. So in this case, this goes there on a Model Y, and same place on a Model 3. So now let's fit this Modufy Door Defender version 2 to my car. So in my case, I've got PPF on the bottom of the doors here, which has been on the car for 2 years now, and the edge is starting to get a bit grimy now. But you can see there's a stone chip there, so clearly this door has hit something, and that will cover that, so that's quite good. But clearly that is the point that you do need to protect, so hopefully these will do their job. So I've already done the other side. I'm leaving the driver's side till last because I practiced on the passenger side. But what I found is it's this one at the top of the rear doors, which is R4, doesn't really match the profile of the door particularly well. Doesn't fit, or doesn't sit very well there. It's quite difficult to know where to put it. You obviously got to line the crease up there with the crease in the door, but even so, it doesn't seem to want to fit very well. When that's stuck, it does sort of force it into place, but it doesn't sort of naturally want to go there. But what I'm doing is using a bit of masking tape to line it up, well, to remind myself where to put it. So when I get the position I want, I put some masking tape there, and then when I've peeled off the self-adhesive strip, I know exactly where to line it up to, and then put that on and hold it for 10 seconds. And after reading the reviews on Amazon, all the negative comments were about them falling off. Yet this is version 2, which is meant to have self-adhesive strips which are much stronger. But to be honest, when I'm putting them on, they don't feel particularly strong. And it's cold. It's only 7 degrees at the moment. It feels much colder. So what I'm doing is getting any potential moisture off the paintwork with the hot air gun, and also warming this adhesive. I'm doing everything I can to make sure these stick, because when they're cold, or when adhesive is cold, it doesn't sort of stick very well. So I'm warming this up, warming that up, and then when I peel off the adhesive, I'm warming that up again. And that is also making the silicone a bit more malleable. So when I lay that on there, that will nicely bend and hopefully stick better. So let's see if I can get that on there right. Then hold that down for 10 seconds or maybe more. But on this one it felt like it should go about there, but that line doesn't really line up with that crease. But anyway, I suppose it doesn't matter. But the rest are significantly easier to fit and to find the correct place where they've got to go. So that's done, and in my case I've got 4 left in the packet because they're for the Model 3 doors, and that's what they look like. So they don't look as inconspicuous as you would have thought. Maybe it's because they're new and I just know they're there, but they do seem to stand out quite a lot, particularly these ones. You can sort of see the black adhesive on the tops. But anyway, what I'll do is I will give my final verdict in a few weeks' time, or maybe a month's time. I will live with these throughout the winter, see whether they fall off, and then I'll give my final verdict. But before I do that, let's just open the doors against this brick wall and see whether they are actually protecting the door. So, the rear door. Yeah, it's not. In this case, the door would hit the wall just on that point and there isn't a strip. So, I guess it depends on what angle the car's parked and how far the door's got to open and all that sort of stuff. So I guess there's lots of variables here, but the front door, yeah, that works very well. That middle point there is where it's touching, and I'm bouncing that off the wall actually, and it would have got very close there as well. So yeah, they are offering some protection. But I've now parked the car a little bit closer to the wall, and now that one there is doing its job. So yeah, it does very much depend on what you're parked next to, how close you are, and at what angle, of course. But yeah, that bottom one there is just about saving the door. The door is still very close there, but anyway, it is working. A month has now passed, so here's my view on these modified door protectors. They certainly work. I've been in tight parking bays and had to open the door close to other cars, and they protected my doors and the neighbouring car. I like that they're small and minimalistic, but that's also its downfall since there's a limited surface area for that adhesive strip. I've read the reviews and some people have had problems with them not sticking and losing them. While you do get that second set of double-sided tape, that's of no use if you've lost the door protector. In my case, they're all in place and have survived a very wet wintry month and a couple of car washes. But you have to be careful with them. If you were letting someone else wash your car, then they could possibly pull them off with vigorous sponge washing. And the ones at the top of the rear doors could get accidentally pulled off if kids are using that area to pull open the doors. Some of mine aren't sticking very well in places, but nowhere near falling off yet. Maybe I will have to use that spare tape and redo a couple of them when the weather improves. So the key to this product is the application and getting them to stick properly in the first place. And fitting them in the winter is probably not a good idea. But overall, I'm pleased with them. I don't get quite so nervous when a passenger swings open the door without much care. I'll put the links to these and the manufacturer in the video description below. I hope you found this video useful. And if you've got these on your Tesla, please do let me know in the comments how you found them. Okie doke, I'll see you on the next video. If you like the video, please do click the thumbs up button, and leaving a comment also helps too. Plus, of course, subscribe if you're not. There's the super thanks button if you'd like to go further, especially if a video has saved you time or money. There's over 1,200 videos on the channel, so have a browse, use the search, and have a look at the playlists. And here's 2 videos you may want to check out.